Alrighty. Abe's Exoddus. One life run for April 2022. Because I've done one in April 2021. So I need hello, jump up, sympathy, Olia, fart. Perfect. The run begin. So, I have no idea how this is going to go, but after the complete and total schmozzle that was the Abe's Odyssey run that went up last Friday, and the new and tasty run that went up earlier tonight, I'm hoping we have some better luck with Abe's Exoddus tonight. And then from there, we'll just be going to our originally scheduled content of nonsense. Oops. It's been a while since I've had that kind of problem. Perfect. He's completely stuck. Oh, that was funny. He's having a bit of a problem there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah. Perfect. Lovely. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oops. Here we go. Just go away. Cool beans. Bye bye. Lovely. Lovely. Dealing with things far less stressfully. Already a good night start off to the night stream. But yeah, hope everyone's been doing okay. I know for Australia the tricky thing at the moment is just the fact that temperature's going down as we're going into April. And it's especially rough for the places that are going through flooding at the moment. I have family who are dealing with that at the moment, and it's stressful to say the least. April's going to be quite difficult, I think, which is very unfortunate. But I hope everyone's doing their best to stay as safe as they possibly can and keeping in touch with people if they're struggling. And doing their best to deal with things as they come, because it's not fun for anyone at the moment. But we do what we can to escape it for a little bit, which is good. And if the kind of escape you need is watching me going through Oddworld games, trying very hard not to do the thing that Abe's Exoddus encourages you to do, which is quick save and save everybody, then you come to the right place. Maybe, possibly, not sure, getting there. Regardless though, I have been very much loving going through Munch's Odyssey in every capacity over the last couple of months, and especially moving on to the Game Boy Advance version now is a really nice way to wrap it all up. I am still going to do a final... No. Fine, okay. The one time I do it this way. Distracted by talking. what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I am still planning on going back and doing the proper worst ending possible with the console version of Munch's Odyssey. I'm probably gonna lump that into a stream after I've done the GBA version, just because now I think I'm ready to jump across to that. And I also want to put some time aside in my own time to go through Munch's Odyssey and get that worst ending sorted, not on stream, because I don't want to do a third playthrough to go through all of it. I mean, I can skip the smooth shrub forest and go straight to fluoride tanks and fuzzle testing. Specifically, fuzzle testing was one of the problems. But I guess the issue is, we already went through one playthrough doing a count of all of the times the game crashed. I don't want to add more in for the sake of it. I just want to get that ready to do the final part and go from there. So, it'll... However I end up doing it, that last stream for Munch's Odyssey console version will be probably the week after I finish the GBA version. If not, possibly just somewhere after I finished in general. Beep ba ba beep ba beep ba ba beep ba beep ba ba beep. There we go. So yeah, trying to work out how I'm doing Munch's Odyssey is fun. The next fun part after that is going to be actually editing the dang thing. There's quite a lot I've got to go through. And while there are 2 playthroughs in there, and one of which is specifically a bad ending run, and also showing off a different build of the game, I do have something in mind, and it is something that I have been working myself up to make, which has been probably one of the most daunting things about doing a Munch's Odyssey playthrough in any capacity on any platform, has been talking about the content in extra afterwards. But also just getting it done. The good thing about the fact that I'm streaming now is it means I have a medium where I can actually record it in a capacity where it doesn't fill up my whole hard drive. Like, I'm going through Rayman Redemption on YouTube at the moment, and all of that had to be on a removable drive because I would get about 3 to 4 levels in, and surprisingly for a 2D game, because of the bright and colorful nature of Rayman, the footage for that filled up very quickly. Funnily enough, I actually had the same problem with when I was recording Rayman 2 for the LP League. I actually had to do that in a block of levels, edit that block of levels into the raw footage, and then keep going, because if I just had it as the cam wrecks going through Camtasia, they were huge. And Munch's Odyssey unfortunately had the same problem, with the difference being it's even longer. And I didn't really have an easy way of breaking up the way to record it. I tried way back on my old computer, on my Windows 7 machine. I had an old recording I did of Munch's Odyssey. I think before they added in the patch for the build that I've been playing on my second playthrough. Yeah, so it would have been quite some time ago. And even just recording the first level of fluoride tanks, the file size was bigger than half of the entirety of my Rayman Redemption footage. It's huge. In terms of the footage size, it is huge. It is going to be a case of... I don't know how the streams are going to condense into parts, but it's going to be chunky. It's going to be quite chunky. There's going to be a lot of it. Then I need to go... I don't remember if I got the other Mudokons. I'm just going to double check. I'm having an awkward moment here where I feel like I left 2 Mudokons behind. Like, I feel like I just ran straight past them. I did! See, this is why I'm glad I checked. Because that was an odd decision. Anyway, yeah, Munch's Odyssey, rambling about that. There's every possibility I've gone over half of this stuff during the Munch's Odyssey playthrough anyway. But no, it was just fresh talking points in my head. Because, admittedly, the last couple of streams I've been doing, I've noticed I go very quiet. That feels very uncharacteristic for me. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be starting off April, moving on to, well, yes, it's more Munch's Odyssey, but effectively it is a new game. And yes, I say moving on to, because I'm actually going to start it again tonight after my, after this run ends, because I was going back over the footage from last week's stream, and as it turned out, I myself did the stupid thing. I repeated the mistake from my Earthworm Jim playthrough of not checking the audio based on the slider before I actually started playing the game. So I had no game audio, effectively, that's audible. Like, you can hear bits of game speak and such, but the music, inaudible. Effects are inaudible. It's just... And look, Munch's Odyssey has a killer soundtrack. It feels like a shame for that to go to waste, even on the portable version, so I went through and I went, no, I'm not comfortable with where the volume's sitting. Like, at the moment, I've got it all recalibrated for the PlayStation. And I had it calibrated for the capture card, which does bump through the sounds a little bit louder. The problem is I didn't balance it back for when I started playing Munch, so I do need to do that. And it is something I need to more consciously be doing. So I'm actually going to start Munch again tonight, which is going to be fun. Good fun. I look forward to it. So that should put us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Because originally I wasn't sure if I wanted to do Munch GBA before Munch console was finished. I think I found a balance I'm more comfortable with. And also, I'm not going to be able to get the bad ending stuff for Munch sorted just now, because I'm trying to refocus the time I would be putting into doing that third playthrough into getting other projects done that I need to edit, like the Mario Maker stuff you may have been seeing on the LP League. That's been incredibly fun to be editing, but it takes a lot of focus and a lot of time to put together. It's also making me rethink how I want to do any Rayman redesigner stuff that goes up on my channel. I may end up taking a handful of highlights and maybe then just showing off the levels when they're finished. Because I don't know how... I don't know if I want to do another Rayman redesigner stream. Because while it's fun making levels in games that have level editors and level makers on stream, the tricky thing with Rayman Designer and Redesigner is that I like using it, but unfortunately, because of the way I build the levels, it does become a massive slow time sink. So it doesn't necessarily, I think, complement the... I don't know, it feels like it's a very slow process, so it's a little hard to get people engaged in. And admittedly, it did take some focus away from editing other stuff. And also, the process of editing the Mario Maker footage has been quite exhausting and has made me rethink, do I want to do the same thing again for Redesigner, which has a more complicated level editor. I think I might still take some of those early streams and make like some tiny highlights. I'm still up for that, but I think the next content that I do for Redesigner is probably going to be showing off the levels when they're finished. I might do that on stream. I think Raimani is still showcasing redesigner levels as he goes. I'm not entirely sure though. But if I get Spellbound Forest finished from my remade Rayman Game Boy Color levels, I will shoot the finished level file to him. I think how funny is that though, that with both Mario Maker and with Rayman Redesigner, it's been Game Boy games in those respective franchises that I have been using as inspiration for the levels I've made, and effectively they've just been remake old levels in higher graphical fidelity with newer art style, which, fun fact, is part of the reason why at one point I did consider trying to make a Sonic fan game, and I have an old Game Maker file from when I tried to make the engine and levels of a Sonic 1 from scratch. And hilariously, a Sonic 1 reimagining that shared the exact same fan game name was made, and I love it. But that's the problem is, if I was to use the Sonic Worlds engine to do something similar, I would effectively just be remaking that fan game, and that just feels like a slap in the face. I don't want to do that. Okay, cutting it a bit close there, Abe. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but misjudging jumps has been a big issue of late, and I need to reel myself in with that and get myself into gear. Nevertheless, fun times ahead. Okay, 1, no, 2, 3. Oop. Yeah, I realized I went on a massive level makers and custom levels and oh wait, I went on such a long tangent that I still fell in the hole. See, I think this is what the problem is when I get really excited to do one thing, and then I have something routine that's fit in there. If I get too distracted, then I can't pick which one I want to do. Oh, that's really awkward. So inadvertently, this, that's kind of funny that this One Life run has inadvertently turned into sort of, I guess, an inadvertent update video. So oh golly, it's like a vlog disguised as a run. That's weird. That's very weird. Almost as weird as whatever the heck my fringe is doing. Good golly. You are fine at work? Why are you doing this?